Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining in the second video of this series. And in today's video, we will be looking at where Mahakali sits in your horoscope. Okay. And if you have not gone through the first video, please go through that video where I've discussed where Shiva sits in your horoscope. And in today's video, as I said, we'll be covering where Mahakali sits in your horoscope. So Mahakali represents the destructive aspect of nature. Okay. And in your horoscope, Mahakali sits in the house which is aspected by the eighth aspect of Mars. Okay. Remember that all the planets have three aspects. All the planets have one common aspect, which is the seventh aspect, but the outer planets like Mars or Saturn or Rahu or Ketu or Jupiter, they have more than one aspect. Okay, for example, Jupiter is going to aspect the fifth from itself, the seventh, which is the usual aspect, as well as the 10th from itself. Similarly, Saturn is going to aspect the third from itself, the seventh from itself, as well as the 10th from itself. I made a mistake. Jupiter is going to aspect the ninth from itself, apart from the other two aspects. Similarly, if you look at Mars, it is going to aspect the fourth from itself, the seventh from itself, as well as the eighth from itself. So whichever house Mars is aspecting, this house is where Mahakali sits. And why Mahakali sits in this house? Because you will be fiercely protective about this house and its significations. Okay. Say your Mars is sitting in the seventh house, then the eighth aspect of Mars is obviously going to fall on your second house. So be fiercely protective about your family. Okay. And when you are fiercely protective about your family or about the parts of that house where Mars is, about the affairs of the house where Mars is aspecting, then in a kind of desperation, you actually unleash your destructive side. Say in this example where I am saying that Mars is sitting in the seventh house, the family, the aspect of Mars is sitting is on the is on the house of your family, the second house. So in order to protect your family, you know you go that extra mile where you end up maybe destroying your wealth. Remember, second house is also the house of wealth. Maybe you have a lot of generational wealth, but now in order to protect your family, you have started using up that generational wealth, and in a short span of time you will understand that you have destroyed your wealth. So that is how you will be looking at the aspects of the planets. And say your Mars is sitting in the sixth house. In that case, the seventh house, sorry, the eighth aspect of Mars is going to fall on the ascendant. Okay, so you'd be fiercely protective about your beliefs, basically. Okay, and when someone tries to break those beliefs, or when someone tries to question those beliefs, obviously you end up not only defending your beliefs, but in the wake of that defending, you also end up destroying your personality. You end up destroying your health. You end up destroying your decision making abilities. So that is how you will look at the position of Mahakali in your chart. Say Mars is sitting in the first house, then Mars is going to aspect the eighth house by its eighth aspect. Okay, so in that case, you might end up, in order to save your relationship, or in order to save a relationship, you might end up causing harm to your in-laws. Okay, or maybe you are taking the help of occult to cause harm to people to protect your eighth house significations. Remember, eighth house is the house where you are, where which represents the growth of the seventh house. That means your relationships. So you will go to any extent to protect your relationships. Okay, so that is how you will read the eighth aspect of Mars. And it's not all bad, as they say, but then you have to know how to channel your energies so that you don't end up destroying your own house while trying to burn down your own city. Okay, so this is a very important point I'm making. The eighth aspect of Mars asks you, or rather forces you, to burn down your own city without realizing that burning your own city can actually burn down your house as well. Okay, so that would be it in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, share the content if you find it useful, and leave your feedback in the comment section. I'll see you soon in yet another video. Namaste. Om Gurave Namah.